sometimes. Speak up.
Take that.
Hey, folks.
Hi, folks. That's Mike.
And that's Paul.
And here we are at the Moose River Plains camping, doing a little bit of camping on a beautiful fall day.
In October.
I say beautiful, but it's only been beautiful about half an hour. In case you didn't hear what Mike said, he said in October, Columbus Day weekend 2012. So what we're going to do is tell you a little bit about the site, where we are, what we've done so far, give you a little bit of an overview of what you can look forward to if you visit Moose River Plains near Inlet, New York. So let's start off. We left our jobs yesterday. We're hard workers. Yesterday was Friday, and we got on the road just about 4 o'clock, I'd say, and it was about a 3-hour drive. Would you agree?
I agree.
3-hour drive. We got here, it was after dark. We were really hoping to get this site. This is the site we had last year, and we really enjoyed it. It's got a really nice little secret down back. We'll show you a little later what it looks like, I'm sure. And so it was a toss-up between a couple of sites, some that we've never been to, and this one. The biggest problem is we knew it was going to rain this week, and so we wanted to get somewhere where we could put a tarp up. And this site, as you will see at some point in the video, is kind of wide open.
So we got here last night. Fortunately, like Paul said, there was no one here. So we set up after we made the decision not to go to some of the other sites, which driving around today was fortunate because the 2 other sites we were thinking about were already taken.
So we got here last night, situated the trailer after we figured out where Paul's tent was going to go. Got some tarps put up because we weren't sure if it was going to rain, so at least we'd have some tarps set up if it did rain to set up the tent.
And we were lucky that it was fairly clear when we got here. It rained on and off on the trip, and we were happy to see that the rain had subsided for a little while when we first got here.
My turn?
Sorry, I didn't interrupt you, Mike. I wonder if they can hear us. We're live now.
We'll
Should
have
we check it out?
some subtitles.
Yeah. I think we should check it out.
No.
We apologize if you can't hear us. If you can't, this whole thing is pretty much worthless.
He said he apologizes if you can't hear us, otherwise you're worthless.
So I set the tent up, and I had a little bit of fire and some pizza. We had to pick that up.
It was raining pretty good at that point, actually. We were getting bummed out.
Yeah, and but whatever. We had our campfire and we had our evening and went to bed. And then the next morning, after all the rain, after apparently Mr. Goodness's tarp fell into his tent somehow.
Yeah, my tarp, one of the poles, the tent stake that I was using came undone. It fell into the tent, so I had to set something up in the middle of the night. I used some wood to weight down the line, which was ingenious. I don't know how I thought of that in the middle of the night. And I got to pee at the same time, so that was good.
I'm in the trailer and there's something black outside. It keeps on doing that.
So we woke up this morning. I woke up this morning and it was pouring. It wasn't pouring rain, but it was raining. And the tarp, the way we'd set it up in the dark, just wasn't cutting it. So we did. I just did some quick work and found some poles. Mike was asleep. I didn't want to wake him up. It was nice. I just couldn't sleep. It was cold and rainy, and it was starting to get light out. So and I was anxious to make the camp rain ready because we knew it was going to be raining. What would you say is a good tip, Mike, for camping in the rain?
Well, first off, pick another spot. in another state.
Yeah, that's true. Or don't go.
But if for some reason you do decide to go, you're gonna want a dry site. We drove to one site today, and it was pretty low, and the whole site was soggy, which you'd be foolish to pick it because there was another site about 10 feet away, and it was all dry.
And if you can't pick a dry site, you need to find some high land. I tell you what, the tarps for me have been, I don't know, I feel like I'm going to become addicted to tarps soon because they work out great. It was tough to hang these. But that's another tip. Bring tarps. Be prepared. Rain gear. Today's chilly. It's only 50 degrees or so. And you need to make sure you're prepared.
Tarps and rope, because as this camping site goes, the trees are pretty far apart, so Paul got a little bit ingenious, and he thunk up some places to hang them ropes.
And then we used a rock, and it gives us nice water to wash our hands. It pools up just a little bit in the back.
The rock put on the tarp
The rock on the tarp.
after rain. Can't
It
get
seems
water
to work
from the
pretty
stone.
well. Right, you can't, yeah, exactly. Hey, so we made some breakfast in Mike's new camper, which was nice. We had some scrambled eggs and a bagel. And then we took a drive around the wonderful Moose River Plains.
In the rain,
In the rain. It was kind of crummy. Actually, it wasn't too bad for the drive.
as long as we were in the car.
Yeah, and we saw some pretty cool places that we've never been able to see while we're here.
We stopped and looked at some campsites because it's possible that this site isn't available.
So we want to know if this one's not ready to go, where's one that we would like? Because although there are maybe 150 sites, how many sites? Maybe
Yeah,
we'll say 150, give or take. Not all of them are great. Some of them are right on the road. Some of them are overgrown. Some don't have a fire pit. And as far as I know, none of them have the gem that's down the hill about 20 yards behind us.
In front of us.
Well, right now it's behind you, not us. Behind us is the camper.
In the road.
So in front of us,
Yep, that's behind you and in front of us.
and last year we hiked up Otterbrook. We decided. There's not much hiking to go in Moose River Plains. We did do Ice House Pond last year. That was fun. That was a nice. It's handicap accessible, so the trail is very easy. It's a beautiful little pond. But one thing we did do today that I think has really saved us. One of the hardest things is to find wood
At the end of the season,
at the end of the season
when it's raining.
when it's raining. And so on our little drive, on occasion there were some campsites that were vacated. I promise we didn't steal anybody's wood of people that were actually there. But some people left wood behind, and we've been drying it out up on top of the fire. We had a little bit of dry wood. And slowly but surely it's drying out and we're able to use it. And it's really been a saver, if that's a word.
Somebody who saves.
Mike, the smoke tends to like Mike.
Yeah.
So we had a little lunch.
Some lunch.
We saw some sights.
We had the campfire.
Yeah. And now we're talking to you. So later on, maybe we'll show you what we do for dinner. I don't know. Maybe we'll
show them the gem?
Yeah, we'll definitely take the video camera down and show you the secret of this site, which will remain nameless. I could tell you 101 reasons why it's going to be nameless, but we don't have the time for that right now. The battery's going to die pretty soon, I think.
Yeah.
But the Otter Brook runs down there, and it's through a cool little gorge with really fast water. I imagine, we've never been here in the summer, but I imagine that would be an awesome place to hang out. Just sit and enjoy the hot weather and sit in the water and play around with the kids. If you have kids, which I do. All right. Anything else you want to add to that? I did a lot of talking. That tends to be my nature. He's much quieter.
I'm much quieter.
It's kind of a one-sided camping trip. It's me talking and Mike listens. And a lot of me wondering if I'm talking too much. All right.
All right.
We'll talk to you later.
He'll talk to you later.
He will also. Please cut out me trying to get out of this chair. Cut. What is that in the sky? But the sun finally coming out. That is the past over there, and that side is the future. Here's our tent, our tarp. Gives us perfect cover. It's working out really well. We haven't had any high winds, luckily. So I don't know how this would fare in any high winds. It's been a little breezy when the cold front came through. It's chilly today. That sun feels great though. Holy mackerel. So this morning we got up. I got up and I made some poles. Did a little whittling. So this is the place where we're chilling. There's the fire. The seats. Here's Mike's new toy, the Tramp Scamp, which we used luckily to tie off my tarp over the tank. 'Cause it's been raining like crazy. This sun is totally, this whole pole thing fell over on me last night while I was sleeping. But that has been working out good, working out well. We had to go a long ways with some of these ropes. You can see how far we went. Oh, the hunters are out. And then this one's impressive. Somebody got that rope all the way up to the top of that tree. It's wrapped around a stick. Let's see if we can get to it. It's back there somewhere. It's right there. So luckily, Mike and I are tall enough to grab it, and we piggybacked and tied into it, which has given us our support for the front end of the tarp. We tied it off to the picnic table. And then somewhere around here is our friend Fievel, the field mouse. We decided he's nocturnal because he had big beady eyes. Anyway, more to come. Let's show you the privy. Now the last time we were here, this was the downfall of the site. It stunk so bad. And eventually, luckily, we got used to it, or it went downwind. But there was definitely a girl here because there's a pretty shower curtain, and it's tidy inside. There were even some candles in the corner. And I used the toilet paper, the last of it. Somebody put a toilet seat in there, and there's a sign. It says, "If you want to shoot your toilet, go home and shoot your own." And then underneath it says, or better yet, your wife or mine. That is not funny. I don't like that at all. This is why that sign was posted inside. I wouldn't want to be pooping when one of these bad boys came through. That's just purely dangerous. It's not good practice. chop firewood in the woods. We find a tree such as this with two nice ones right close together. We're gonna put the tree in between, use a little leverage, break up some firewood.